This isn't skill, it's insanity on steel. Bulldozers dancing on cliffs, ripping through chaos, and the operators, untouchable. You've never seen control like this. This is what iron muscle looks like when it wakes up angry. Charging through that dirt track like it owns the land, the Alice Chalmers HD21B Bulldozer doesn't ease into the job, it attacks it. That massive blade isn't pushing soil, it's slicing through the earth like a warship breaching enemy lines. Every hydraulic arm flexes like a bodybuilder mid-rep, and those tank-style tracks, grinding the ground into submission with every pass. The roar of the engine tells you one thing: this machine was built to dominate, not negotiate. When precision meets power, this is the result. Watch this bright yellow beast roll off the flatbed like it's waking up from hibernation. Calm, controlled, but ready to dominate. Every link in those heavy-duty tracks grips down with intention, and that blade, fresh, sharp, and hungry for dirt. The operator's cool as steel, fingers on the controls, while the spotters stay locked in. One wrong move here, and you're not just stalling a job, you're wrecking half a rig. But this team, dialed in. Every motion is clean, calculated, and synced like a pit crew in a championship run. Look at the balance. The dozer's frame doesn't wobble, it flows, dropping weight onto the dirt with authority. That slope, child's play. The hydraulics take the pressure without a squeak. When two giants collide on a mountain of black dirt, it's not a job site, it's a battlefield. On one side, the Komatsu D275AX, dust-caked, worn, and hungry. On the other, the fresh-faced Cat D9T, gleaming like it just rolled out of a war factory, both ready to rip the earth open. The Komatsu digs in first, blade down, ripping through that slope with raw steel aggression. That engine roars out thick black smoke like a dragon clearing its lungs. Every inch forward is power against gravity, track chains chewing up the terrain like it's nothing. Now look behind. The Cat D9T charges into position, perched high like a sniper waiting to strike. That reinforced frame, locked in. The multi-shank ripper at the back is like a hammer cocked and ready. No spinouts, no hesitation, just torque, traction, and total control. Side by side they push, dirt flies, tension builds, and you feel the weight of every bladeful. This isn't just earth moving, it's a heavyweight title match in slow motion. You're not watching two dozers work, you're witnessing two legends fight for the crown of the mountain. Brace yourself. This is pure mechanical chaos and control colliding in the woods. One bad angle, one overloaded lift, and boom! A side boom pipe layer rolls straight over, tracks sky high like a turtle on its back. That steel beast didn't just tip, it crashed. Enter the Red Crawler, old, rugged, and ready for war. It doesn't hesitate, it claws into the dirt, dragging cables like veins of power across the slope. The team throws no excuses, just chains, grit, and coordination. Look at that angle. If those treads slip even an inch, both machines are toast. The forest echoes with engine growls as the yellow pipe layer fights to stay stable, pulling the flipped rig with everything it's got. Then, like a beast rising from the grave, the flipped machine crashes back to the ground, upright and coated in dust like it just came out of a war zone. Here's what happens when brute force meets poor planning on unstable ground. This isn't just a bad idea, it's a disaster in motion. Now, this is a masterclass in brute force and blade precision. Watch the Lieber PR-746 Bulldozer tear through this rugged forest terrain like it's nothing more than dry leaves. One push and it sends massive chunks of rock, earth, and debris flying like shrapnel. That heavy-duty blade doesn't hesitate, just slams in and scoops deep, breaking apart boulders like crackers. The ripper on the rear? Absolute overkill, in the best way possible. You can see it shred into compacted soil and root systems like it's slicing through butter. The terrain here is rough, steep, and unforgiving, but this track beast keeps clawing forward with surgical dominance. And just look at those reinforced exhaust stacks and protective side armor. This machine was clearly built to survive the worst forestry has to offer. When you need to clear a path through hell, the PR-746 doesn't flinch, it leads the charge. Oh my God, it's so terrifying. On the surface, it looks like a standard heavy haul, a massive dozer perched on a lowboy trailer, ready to roll. But the next moment, total disaster in motion. As the trailer starts to move, the weight shifts, and bam, the dozer's entire track system lifts off the deck. That's no gentle bump. That's 50 tons of steel floating above a trailer bed like it's about to launch. You can see the panic set in. One man in shorts and sandals rushes in, waving his hands, clearly realizing that this is not a safe setup. The angle is all wrong, the balance is shot, and the rig is moments from catastrophe. That dozer isn't just sitting on the edge, it's defying the laws of load distribution. One bad move from here, and it'll tip off the trailer like a falling skyscraper. As the driver climbs out to assess the situation, the tension hits a breaking point. The man in black throws his hands on his head in disbelief, a pure, what the hell just happened moment. This isn't just a mistake, it's a lesson in what happens when overconfidence meets bad planning on the open road. Now this is pure steel muscle from the golden age of earth moving. Meet the Fiat Alice 41B, a crawler tractor that didn't just move dirt, it dominated entire landscapes. This beast weighs in at a jaw-dropping 160,000 pounds and was once the largest crawler tractor Alice Chalmers ever put on tracks, later rebadged under the Fiat Alice name after their 1974 merger. Up front, that 16-foot-wide hard-nosed blade isn't just wide, it's a battering ram. Backed by a Cummins V1710C diesel engine, punching out a brutal 524 flywheel horsepower, this machine chews through rock, mud, and debris like it's nothing. Its hydraulic pitch control blade carves through terrain with surgical precision, while the massive track system keeps it grounded like a war machine crawling across a battlefield. This isn't some delicate modern dozer. This is raw, old-school engineering, built to clear mines, rip through mountains, and reshape the land under its steel command. And when it roars to life, you don't just hear it, you feel it in your chest.
Oh my god, it's so terrifying.
Fire up the beast, the Caterpillar D11T roars to life like thunder rolling through a canyon. This isn't just the start of an engine, it's the awakening of a 230-pound earth-moving titan. Just look at it, tearing through red dirt like it's soft butter. Powered by a Caterpillar C32 ACERT engine, this monster roars with Tier 4 final emissions tech in select regions, packing horsepower that lets it push tons of rock and debris without breaking a sweat. What really sets it apart is the blade setup. Universal or straight, this dozer is tailored for any mission, from coal handling to deep ripping. The footage here captures it muscling up and down steep grades with ease, gripping the earth with its massive tracks, while the ripper at the back is ready to destroy any obstacle in its path. Notice the operator? Surrounded by reinforced safety and comfort systems, perched in a cab that's practically a tank command post. And with optional remote control, this beast can even go driverless into danger zones. Watch as this heavy-duty dozer climbs the icy ramp onto a flatbed with zero margin for error. Tracks grip the frozen steel, the entire rig flexing under the insane weight. One wrong move and it's a sideways disaster, but this operator keeps it locked in and steady. A flawless cold weather load-up.
Oh my god, it's so terrifying.
This is pure terrain domination. A fully outfitted fire dozer climbs a brutally steep slope like it's nothing. Tracks biting hard into loose dirt, ripper shanks locking it down, and the blade up front balancing every inch of movement. One wrong move and it's a disaster, but this operator is locked in. Every move is deliberate, the cab is reinforced, the machine fireproofed, and it's charging straight through fire-wild zones to carve life-saving fire breaks. No fear, no hesitation, just raw control, precision, and unmatched skill. Now this is old school muscle in motion. Meet the Euclid TC12, a twin-engine earth-pushing beast that doesn't just move dirt, it dominates it. With its bright green paint and exposed mechanics, this dozer isn't hiding anything. Each pass of that blade cuts deep, carving through the soil like butter, while two roaring Detroit diesel engines pump out a symphony of smoke and strength. This isn't some polished modern rig with assist buttons, it's all hands-on, iron-gripping control. That's a wrap on another round of unstoppable machines, brutal terrain, and next-level operator guts. From wild logging moves to bulldozers defying gravity, this is the kind of chaos you can't fake and skill you can't teach overnight. If your jaw dropped even once, smash that like button until it breaks. Drop a comment and let us know which moment had you gripping your seat. This is where horsepower meets mayhem, where every track, chain, and spinning blade earns respect the hard way. And if you're into the dirt, the danger, and the machines that don't back down, you're already one of us. So subscribe, buckle up, and hit that bell, because what's coming next will blow the mud off your boots.